Sorry for the hold up. Things just ran a little long. So. Oh, okay. Looks like I need to, get a bit, voice tracking, voices, a little tough right now. So I guess I can speak up a little. But it's, okay. We'll see what happens. Thank you. Let me do a bit of calibration, actually. Let's see, angle. Okay. Daily reward. Let me see a couple things. Ooh, baby. Couple things to see. Oh, okay. Okay. Something. I apologize. I paused things at a very bad time. Either way, I tried to set up better tracking. Basically, they added a character with basic combo mechanics, but also they made her literally a woman with cow horns. Make your decision. I could show off quickly how it works. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in some time. But, are you excited for Dustbloods? Let me change my voice tracking. Because the big thing is that you can do sync to sound. Oh, understandable. Yeah, exactly. We'll figure that out. How's the gym? What day is it for you? Oh, no voice changer. I just screamed at a customer today. So, I mean, I turned off my, stuff, but I'm genuinely just, I lost my voice. That's what's going on. I would never use a voice changer. But if it gets good reception, I may scream more. Oh, nice. How's that going? Let me see some things. Well, customer went on a racist rant, basically. And it was really, really dumb because she was really, really dumb. That's all I'll say. I work with Californians, and that should tell you everything you need to know. Check something. And CPU is at 15, GPU is at 44. Should figure out my cooling, but this plan that this team that I run effectively, she has basic combo mechanics, which is to say that depending on, actually I can level her a bit more today. Oh, she does. Well, yeah, because it was very much a sort of... She was very sort of, Arabic cab driver in that she was simultaneously just making all these racist and incredibly woke comments. Just one after the other. It was very, very amusing. I wish... I have never yet actually switched between games midstream. What I will say is that the next game that I'll probably be doing is Fantasy Life I, which comes out in about a month. Fantasy Life, have you heard of Fantasy Life? It's basically Animal Crossing with violence, which makes it the perfect game. But, effectively, big thing is, I actually turned up at the request of other individuals, turned up my... Basically, she eats a lot. Let me just take a quick look. Oh, there's lightning outside. I have thought about that. I've genuinely thought about that. You haven't what? But... Well, basically, I turned up at the request of people not named you. Basically, the stream quality, because it was at 720 before. It's at 180 now. And I'm wondering what it's going to mean for CPU stuff. But what's the word in Facade that if you say they just immediately freak and tell you to leave the house? I should have known that if anyone would know about Facade, it would be you. Okay, we need to get some rocks. They should be in here. You may kill me for saying this, but... Yeah. More people now, though. I started putting things on YouTube, and that was a big help. Oh, it's Melon! That's right! I wonder what their deal with Melon is. She actually has, this character, she's actually got arguably some Sonic physics, which is funny. But, yeah, exactly. Yeah, least dysfunctional millennial relationship. Facade is literally just a representation of what it's like to date or be married in the 2000s. Okay, so we got enough rocks. Okay. This gal was actually one of the earliest characters revealed for the game. But of course they... she was one of the earliest characters, but they ended up making her a lower rarity character for reasons that are probably obvious to you. If it's not obvious to you, it doesn't matter. Okay. So the big thing is they're a bit stronger now. I can level them up a bit. So the big thing about Dustbloods that I saw is that they explicitly confirmed, because the interview was today. Did you see anything about the Dustbloods dev interview? Big thing is that they explicitly confirmed that it was going to be pretty strong in terms of character classes, and that as a result, it was going to be closer to maybe something like Sekiro levels of customization. They said that a lot of the lore would actually specifically be in character customization too, which is very interesting. In the sense that explanations of... basically, instead of being in item descriptions, because of course there isn't really going to be time to rest. The thing that was actually most interesting to me, that I really found interesting, is that they explicitly said that whether it was going to be a co-op mission or a PvP mission would be somewhat randomized and unpredictable. So whether you were going to end up having to fight other players or we're going to cooperate with other players would depend on match start, which conceptually is very, very fun. And oh, we don't have a lot of cash right now. Let's stop marking, that's okay. There is lightning outside at the moment. Interesting. But one thing that they also confirmed in the interview today, other than, well, this wasn't in the interview, but the explicit statement that Switch 2 pre-orders were being delayed because they didn't know how tariffs would affect things yet, was that it would go across space and time, and that there would be some Victorian stuff, some early modern stuff, and what it really reminded me, especially because of the idea about fighting over the First Blood, they've taken inspiration from... oh, okay. From Innistrad and Magic the Gathering before, but what seems to be the case is that this seems to be very, very Vampire the Masquerade, which is very, very interesting to me. Okay, let me see, I gotta feed some... This is a man, by the way, and they do yaoi with him. But explicitly a statement that... oh... because the whole deal about Vampire the Masquerade, if you're familiar, is that everybody in it basically is, well, for one, there's a masquerade. But effectively, that's one thing that some vampires do in Vampire the Masquerade, the setting, and this actually could be quite good in terms of equipment, this looks like trash, is that vampires get weaker from generation to generation. The first vampire in Vampire the Masquerade setting was actually explicitly Cain, the biblical Cain, which is very interesting. So I suppose that that's, you know, his sort of... I believe some accounts, well, the more accounts say his immortality, but essentially, you know, his brand of sort of, you know, no harm will be inflicted upon him. I believe they conflicted that with the curse of vampirism, but effectively, the vampires that Cain created were very, very strong. And then the next generation was weaker, and so on and so forth. So there's a bit of degeneration with time, as you would expect with, you know, a lot of fiction, especially fiction that plays on a contrast between modern and... Daniel Markowitz. From Yale? The Guido Calabresi Professor of Law? Only when I looked him up. Why specifically? When I look him up, it says meritocracy trap. And the big thing about meritocracy, of course, is that showing mercy to people who are stupid under meritocracy is a failure of the system, so it's necessarily cruel. And that is, again, that's a failure of meritocracy. Yeah, it does seem that broadcasting 1080p instead of 720 hurts things a bit, but that's okay. We can do dailies. That should be fine. We can run around a little. And then there's an event where they're adding an Australian man next patch. An ethnically ambiguous man who's partially Australian, I suppose. And of course they made him lower-reared. Oh, interesting. Was it about this whole meritocracy thing? What cringe points? Okay. What I will say is that it's been very, very funny seeing all the people who are very, you know, talking about Klaus Schwab and etc. literally doing the whole you will own nothing and be happy with regards to tariffs going on right now. There are a lot of people saying that there's going to be some level of uprising from men who wear green Zelda t-shirts and wear cargo shorts because, again, the prices we got for the Switch 2 were pre-tariff prices. Apparently, you know, people were asking whether they were pre-tariff, and apparently they were. Even though the prices were higher outside Japan than Europe and America, I mean, higher in Europe and America as compared to Japan. Apparently that was mostly because the yen has been weak, and it wasn't entirely about the tariffs, and we can expect something even worse. Though that's not going to stop me from picking it up, because they're adding DLC for Kirby Forgotten Land, and, you know, I could never pass that up. I will make many, many bad decisions. And the worst decision I'll ever make is that no matter what, I'm always going to pull up for a new Kirby. But, you know, my phone background for years has been Kirby. But, as in Kirby and the Forgotten Lands box art specifically, so it's a trap for me specifically. They'll get all of my money. But, I mean, honest to goodness, my real question is, you know, how much longer is, employment and just living in America going to be quote-unquote viable? Because it very well may be the case that I try to go somewhere else, but it's really just, you know, what marketable skills do I have? Oh, thank you for the follow, Mikasa_292. We're going to meet Aoife today. I was talking about how I might want to leave the United States. How are you doing? Thank you for the follow. Just doing dailies before I move on to that. How's it going on and wherever, whenever, however you are? I'm doing alright. Not to be too upfront, but if you have any interest in... Okay. I don't think you're trying to sell me anything. But in case you're trying to sell me something, I have no interest in buying anything at the moment. But either way, thank you. How are you? I'm doing okay. Work was a little stressful, and I've lost my voice a bit because I ended up yelling, but I'm alive, and that's the important thing. Yeah. But the big thing is that the jump that she can pull off is also... Most characters... When they do a charge attack, they just go forward a bit or something like that. But uniquely, she... Unlike other characters, uniquely, even though she's basically a melee combat character, there's no melee combat weapon. She uses a catalyst, which is normally for magic. And that's what they use for basically general purpose whatevers. The big thing is that her charge attack makes her leap up in the air, which she can use to set up do a plunging attack. Yeah, where's the Asylum Demon? Where's the Asylum Demon? But effectively, that's her gimmick. She's a plunging attack-oriented character. Did with Zhao, who is the Chinese androgynous man. That's what I'll call him. But that's the deal. But it also allows her to do a powerful jump that isn't an option for other characters. The big thing is that, unlike a lot of other characters who are just, you know, standard hack and slash spam a button, she has rudimentary combo mechanics where you press her skill to charge forward, immediately press attack to leap, and then press attack again to come down, and sometimes you can use her super after a plunge to weave in some stronger attacks. It's very, very interesting, because, to be totally honest, as dumb as it sounds, it kind of shows that they're shifting their audience towards I guess, more of a gamer demographic, suffice it to say, when the game really originally powered up, quote-unquote, by appealing to a broad demographic, for lack of a better term. But it is what it is. Okay. Let's keep on going. And last daily. Let's see how this goes. Okay, let me see. I honestly want to try GPU encoding tomorrow. Let me see. GPU, hardware versus software encoder. Let me see. Output quality. Decrease CPU load. Hardware encoder. Particularly high. Well, whatever. We'll see how this works later. Oh, baby. No problem at all. Some of it might be that, as in on my end or on your end, because let me check something real quick, but I think it might be an encoding question, because no, I think it's partially an encoding question because I'm using CPU stuff right now, and Bowser's Big Bean Burrito. Have you tried Animal Well? I haven't gotten the chance. If you're talking about Video Game Donkey. I forget who it was, someone brought up Video Game Donkey. I think it was Critical or something. I just remember there was a lot of some big streamer. Jack Black mentioned Donkey, which makes sense. I have not seen the Minecraft movie. I heard that there was a bit of AI used, which is interesting. Corn and body. Okay. Big thing is that... Oh, goodness. Animal well. Critical got involved in some kind of... There was some big streamer who was trying to basically challenge a bunch of people who occasionally played Pokemon to Pokemon Showdown competitions. And the only person involved who had even done competitive Pokemon by any even tiny amount is a guy named Shofu, who doesn't even do it anymore. Just challenging a bunch of big names, which makes sense. I am placing blocks because I'm in Minecraft. Apparently the guy who made that song was the guy who made that Anton Blast game. But the big thing about Critical in that context is he basically got, I forget who it was, it might have been Temp6T, who makes a bunch of basically most likely staged Pokemon Showdown bait videos where he, takes some crappy single Pokemon and beats a team of full legendaries to show how, good players win with their favorites. But basically Critical still had to look up type matchups every single round and still won, I thought, just because the other guy was that bad. But the thing about, I want to do Showdown one day. I might do it with Jack. I did a few Pokemon Stadium sessions with him that were totally weighed down simply by just the fact that our connection was bad because he was doing Switch Online from his apartment. And this was college apartment Wi-Fi. But the big thing was Showdown is a very different metagame, but it's using legendaries is not illegitimate. Even if you're playing, say, Ubers, the way it works is you play it as you would play any other metagame, but you're using legendaries with better stats instead of the other Pokemon. It doesn't make you a worse player to use the legendaries. The reason tiering exists is so you can use Pokemon that are crap without them feeling like crap. He is doing alright. We haven't seen each other in a bit because schedules aren't lining up. But he's trying to find better employment than working in restaurants. We will see how that goes for him. I think when I move to a foreign country, I'm going to drag him with me. I'll bind him hand and foot and put him in my luggage. But he's living. That's the important part. He has a car now, which is the other important part. But it's been some time since we were able to really do stuff, which is tragic. Okay, let's trash this trash. Either way, I'm excited for Night Rain in fewer than 2 months. What I will say is, I might want to. as soon as I lose my job, I'm moving to a foreign country. With the economic crash, I don't know how much longer anyone will have any kind of employment, so I'm just hedging my bets, and it turns out that equipment is full, and I need to get rid of trash. This is quite sad. Let me take a look. Let me see. Basically, they made an equipment printer, effectively, that allows you to create equipment with specific stats. I'm not that Lord Miles guy, and thank goodness for it. He's aggravating. Let me just see. Oh, there was actually a bit I could put in. Some trash that I set aside to free up some inventory space. We're exactly full. Okay. Let me check. I'll be totally honest, I've thought about Southeast Asia. In the sense that... Let me think. Most of this is... Yeah, this is trash. I can part with it. Let's see. Gotta get a 100 for the patch. We can claim our garbage. What is that camera angle? So I press tutorial at the same frame and it get that weird wide angle. What kind of glitch is that? That could be okay. This is the game's real grind. Grinding for equipment. You know, it's... The gambling part is what it is, but the equipment part is worse. So let me see. Big thing is... There's an event where we get to meet this game's only black character. Okay. Recently, everything has been peaceful and quiet. Upon returning to the children of Echo Zoo and Palma, discover a crowd gathering around an extraordinarily young Tepetlisaur. Tepetli mountain in Nahuatl. Dinosaur. Understandable. Yeah. It's about to reach the point where things become insufferable. What I will say is, if you have any way, purchase Night Rain on PC so we can run it. I might be able to rope in Dom if he can restrain himself. But we'll see what happens. Thank you for popping in. Always good to chat. For our Saurian companion, since we got a free moment, why not take a walk around the Children of Echoes? For our Saurian companion. Okay. Let me see something. So the streaming is not the connection problem. It's entirely just processing. But when I take a look at load... Yeah, exactly. Once you get the law bonus, buy your first PC. You know, maybe I'll just get a new one with money that I don't have and just... I don't know. We'll see what happens. Give you my old one. Do you think you're gonna end up doing Big Law? Fair. Honest to goodness, it's really a question every now and then of... You know, what's gonna happen with the forthcoming economic crash? You know, there's only so much there is in law for repossessing, you know, the wooden barrels people wear after they sell all their clothes off. Understandable. Yeah, you're in a relationship with a woman with high expectations, so I understand. Okay, that's not climbable. Yeah, I can't afford to get tied down in any way, shape, or form when, like I said, I may flee the country within the decade. That... Global 100. As in a law company in the Global 100... Yeah, I'll be honest. I've thought about trying to learn Chinese. Oh, you're at a Global 100. Okay, I didn't see the "and" part. That's interesting, yeah. Maybe don't dox yourself, but that's exciting. You know, take that money and we can flee to China. Or Japan. Or Korea. That's a joke, by the way. Did you hear that China and Korea and Japan are formulating a joint response to the tariff regime? That's what's really, really crazy. That's the absolute insane part. Let's actually change out the team a bit, and you are actually the ones who are relevant. Unfortunately, not everyone there is built. This team is crap, almost deliberately. Check something. So let's put in your level, not all the way. Check some... Oh! Asia trip. So where specifically? That's going to be in a couple years. So Japan, Korea, I assume. Yeah, which Korea? yeah, who could guess? Yeah, exactly. Thunderstorm right now. Things could cut off at literally any time. And before I do that, why don't I go and show something that actually approximates a fight in this game? The big thing is that they've added a lot of super bosses in the past year or so. The yen is weak, apparently, so you might want Japan. They've added a lot of interesting super bosses that generally are meant to encourage certain team comps and therefore encourage certain characters. Big thing is that this guy, you have to use basically blunt attacks, which means earth element or certain attacks like these body slams or claymores to break it down its shield, otherwise it's totally invincible, and oh my goodness, I did not intend to get hit. Thank you, and hilariously, what? You already said he likes Evangelion and Lane. You're being rather... Oh, we've already missed that achievement. Big thing is, for this version of the fight, to get the achievement, gotta beat this guy without getting hit by that big attack. So, let me heal myself back up and... Oh, baby. Let's stay out of the way of you. Come on. No joke, I actually watched the Lane skateboarding video today. It's pretty good. Let me see. Wait for that all to come back up. So, unlike a lot of other characters, she's got at base 2 skill uses, which is pretty nice. Let's try that again, not get hit by the big double slam attack. The big thing is that most... Oh my goodness, was not expecting that. Most supers have a good degree of invincibility frames. That's what helps a lot of things, is basically, and the term that the fanbase usually uses is poise. Poising through certain attacks. And we managed to break your shield to make you lose that attack. Thank you. I apologize that got censored, but I understand. Thank you. Well, I will see you some other time. Hope that we can game together, especially if it's Night Rain. See you around. This should be good for the attack. Thanks. Let me see if we missed that. Good stuff. I think we managed to get that going. And now that you've lost both of your buffs, you can't use your super attack anymore at all. Varus is a bit more leveled than she was last time, which is fantastic. And let's slam down. This should be perfect. And here we are. One more set of hits. And a couple more. Plunges should do the trick. And Apex Drive. That didn't kill. And we got the second achievement. Thank you, thank you. Okay. That is Infinitesimal. During the course of completing a single challenge, avoid getting hit by Infinitesimals or Sacred Strike, which again is big. One arm, then two arm, then AoE Slam with the yellow glowing Geo. Yeah, the Piss Hand attack. And again, it doesn't do that if you manage to... If you've broken both its shield and then its second bar, which fills up when you use fire element attacks on it, it doesn't do that attack anymore, and you can hit it pretty easily. Okay. Yeah, NBA Youngboy reference. I'm working on fine-tuning the filters, but explicitly sex-based terms I've got to weigh in on. Either way, if you're gone, but if you aren't, have a good night. Okay. Switch back. Yep, just good thing I remember to fight that local legends. Another thing I suppose I could do is... We need a bit more artifact juice and get rid of that annoying notification. 86 more, so that'd be approximately 22 pieces of trash just leveled. And most of this is crap that I could kill. Let me see. 11. 22 more like. Thank you. And... Again, most of this is crap that I don't want. Again, it's... The equipment grind is the game's real meta. You know, that's not good enough. What? Maybe that could be a good off-piece. It's the locked ones that I keep as trash. Not the first time I've leveled something by complete and utter mistake before, and it won't be the last. Okay. Keep on going. Let me see. Let me see. And the GPU is at pretty darn low load. Now, I want to see what will happen when if I were to try the GPU encoder next time. Main thing is really I could be, yeah, the GPU is getting a little hot. This isn't bad, but it's not great, especially if it were to go for long extended periods of time. Gotta get some scrap wood before the start of tomorrow so I can whiff the darn thing. Just see, and it... I need a half-decent attack stance for Varesa. 16380. Let's see. If I were to... It's not as efficient. These are trash right now. Okay, cool. Go for a bit more. And yeah. I guess that's slightly more efficient, maybe. Really is funny that there's no explicit trash marker. You can mark it as good and mark it as super good, but there's no way to explicitly mark it as trash. Okay, let me see. And none of these are especially good. Again, this is presumably the Skirk artifact set, and it's just... That ain't what's going on here. Let me check. Feed these in, and yeah, that's no good. No good. Trash, 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 trash. And we'll finally start the event. I wonder how long that'll take. It'll probably be like Mikao, where I managed to do minigames and not much else. I should have one piece of chocolate before I go mad. Let's see. Not good, not any good. Off-piece flower is never optimal. So let's put that in. Test some of these, and that's right, we do have a bit of standard banner to toss stuff on. That's what I needed to remember to do. Not you. Not you. Honestly, a lot more annoying to do on keyboard. And let's see. Let's see. And I see. This trash should get me a good deal of the way up to. This patch is 1 free artifact juice. Adding bonuses for theater soon, actually, which is nice. Let's see what happens. Need 16 more. And then that. I can probably afford to part with this, to be totally honest. Energy recharge is the main thing. Attack and HP. You know, that might actually be a good Siggy off-piece. Now that I consider it. Silly sometimes. Okay. Yay. A little bit more, a little bit more. We'll see what happens. Sanctifying unction. Unk. There we go. Okay. More artifact juice. Again, it really is a question of how good of a sans can I get from... Because I really want a specific Varesa plunge set. Scales better with crit buffs. You know, to get it, I have to get it, so... That's life. Okay, 7 of them. And if I were to just put them all in, how much is it going to take to get it to 20 again? It takes... Yeah, I'd have just enough to fully level a Varesa set. If I needed to do it right here and now. Doesn't mean I'd like to. Okay. Here we are. Not good. Not good. And here we go. Okay. Cool. And let's see. Let's see. Here we are. And that's gone. Now I don't have to worry about... Got lots of juices. Should really start using them more. It's got enough of a stockpile that I can definitely afford to do it. That's right, we got 1 round of insight for the month. Should buy some of these eventually. Maybe. Free intertwined, free acquaintance, and the more. But that's also right, which is that I need to go to Fontaine's souvenir shop right now to turn all the blue sigils into Mora because it's less efficient to spend it on weapon ascension mats than Mora. Unfortunately, I already did that once, but it means let's turn it all to Mora right here and now. Not that much from buying it. The thing about Iansan is we literally don't have enough. Get some from the event, but I should probably start picking up from the pass. Take your pick. And this all in a Mora. How much we get, and that's not a bad amount. Though that's not even a million. It's 1 skill. Is that to buy the Natlan Dvorak? Interesting. Check some things. Performances. Yeah, the GPU is at a better rate most of the time. Pretty darn low temperature. Let's see what happens. Main thing is, I would want to level all the Iansan skills at once, and I can't do that at the moment. So let's 6 fates at standard and see what, if anything, we get. I really hope we get Primordial Jadewing Spear for Zhao. It's probably not going to happen. See, we are at 78 on normal. Let's take us to 84 maybe. Okay, let's see. 79. And oh, what are we gonna get? Make this Primordial Jadewing Spear and... Oh, it's a Diluc constellation. That's actually not bad at all. Okay. Diluc at 79. Okay. Huh. Check. 9 on 4. 25. Okay. It's a Diluc constellation. Okay, and now we're at 5. I go for a double. It won't happen. The flute... Okay, this thing is garbage. Okay, no more Starglider, though. Alright, alright. Thank you, thank you. Nothing, 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 nothing. How sad. And... check. It's here. Okay. That's what we got, Diluc Constellation. Wait, that's gonna be C2 now? I think. And that's specifically Searing Ember takes damage, attack, well actually takes hits, which is nice, because it works even if you're shielded. Attack increases by 10%, as attack speed increases by 5%, lasts for 10 seconds. Attack can stack up to 3 times, can only occur up to every 1.5 seconds. It's not nothing. 3% multiplier. Believe. No rhythm. Damage and attack speed next to not interrupt the normal attack combo. Yeah, in some years we can get that, I suppose. Let me see. Temp's gonna be a problem. Perfectly safe if it's not overclocked. Load itself. Yeah, I should honestly be using. Especially since GPU load's good, pretty darn high. Averaging about... I don't know. Big thing is, this is a graphics question. I imagine that the GPU is a bit better than the CPU here. Okay. Oh, we could do reputation. Let's do that. I am doing everything I can to avoid Eva. Unfortunately. I guess. Let's see. Don't need that. Let's get the bounties. Pyro has decreased. Nice. It's more of that. Vulnerability to Dendro. Pyro, and not a problem. None of these are problems for me. Okay. I notice corn. Soaring claws. Glowing horn shrooms. All of that is very easy for me. Do that real quick, and there's nothing around the volcano. They added a few that were in the 5.2 area. Didn't add anything in 5.5. At least not that I've seen. Okay. Okay. Of course, we want to start this with hard mode. Let me see. Let me see. Alright. Perilous. It appears, and there we are. And what's nice is we can review up. Thanks, slam down, and take you out. Big damage, and most of the baby rip-downs are dead. And keep going, out of range of the lightning, and there we are. Very, very good. Okay. 120. And we're here by Ancestral Temple. Wow. Okay. Right over this way. Thank you, thank you. Get rid of that guy before he shows back up. Glad that it auto sets to Perilous. The only one that matters. And here we are, and slash, make sure we hit the right guy now. Oh, okay, I guess we have to actually take out the other dudes in that case. DPS you down before we get percentile viewing, and... Come on, Come on, that's what we missed. We missed, and that's the problem. Okay, that was really stupid. Okay. Thanks. And... Here's your Pyro Raz, and now you've got no one to heal off of. That was still exceptionally stupid, though. Okay. For you, the overcharge balls kept you still. Of course, you've got to want to Electro Res just by the nature of the beast. Okay. And ouch. Come on. Can't heal, can't heal. Please, please, please. And Shabby shot kill. Good. Let me... Last one, which is going to be over by Tomisaur's. Tracking Fireball. I don't care. Not my problem. Check that then. Let me see. And let me see. Over to this way, which is actually... Right, because this is Secret Source. That's right. Not the actual... Not the Tomosaurus Warrior. Hello there. And the ads are actually completely irrelevant. Thank you. And 1, 2, and I... Wait, oh, because you... Pyro Res increased significantly. That's what's... Right, okay, cool. And let's slam down. Apex Drive did not kill. Oh, okay. What? Huh? Oh, the fireball actually got me. Okay. That did. Okay. You're immune, not my problem. Final physical hit kill. Okay. Cool. So you'll want to use guys up. So more or less the things I've got to worry about. Oh, and yep, we got to level 3. That's furniture we can collect, which is actually a nice opportunity to make that darn thing. Okay. Let me see. No, not that. Villa of Plenty Everyday Essentials. Nice. Cornucopia shape. That's fun. Not want those exploration rewards at the moment. It's a trap for fools. Okay, okay. Back to the Peapot. And I wonder what... If they're gonna give an instanced area to every single... Sometimes the CPU gets 100 to load. Okay. GPU load's pretty consistently lower. Again, my CPU ain't the best thing in the world, so I imagine that trying GPU load might actually be better. We'll see what happens. And the one furnishing we haven't made at the moment is... No, wait, actually a few. Grainfruit Puffer, a sophisticated and imposing piece of machinery primarily designed for the mass production of a widely beloved snack, puffed grainfruit bars. It is said that its fundamental working principle involves utilizing a high-temperature, high-pressure chamber to rapidly expand and puff up the grainfruit. Its inventor originally named it the high-pressure single-axis fruit extrusion furnace. This overly cumbersome title was soon eclipsed by the far more intuitive name coined by children, the grainfruit puffer. For time, this moniker was officially adopted. Hearing its name will instantly evoke images of the delicious treat it produces. Portrait of heroic might. Promotional wooden signboard from the Collective of Plenty adorned with striking graffiti that radiates boundless might. Such dynamic imagery seems particularly fitting for promoting a sport as passionate and exciting as wrestling. And a Villa of Plenty Everyday Essentials, a distinctive small dwelling unique to the Collective of Plenty. Exterior is shaped like the massive horns of a Tatacasaurus and built from sturdy stone. It is said that such horn-shaped buildings are immensely popular in the Collective of Plenty, partly because the Tatacasaurus' horn symbolizes strength, a highly esteemed virtue in the tribe, and partly because the design creates a high internal ceiling. The space effectively draws in stale air and heat, making it ideal for installing exhaust vents and smoke ducts. Okay. Got that done. So now I can finally start the event. Again, I wonder whether we'll be able to access the mini-games tonight. That's the real question. It's raining, and it's thundering. Exactly, what are the odds that a power outage ends this? Non-zero. Okay, and it's... Varesa, Iansan, Tepetlisaur, and Kachina show up in the... As well as Aoife, but, you know... One of those individuals is not playable at the moment. Training Kachina. Which is what the combat minigame is going to be like. Sort of an exploration combat type deal. Oh, why are all these people gathered around? Did something happen? Oh, it's Kakuko. Let's go take a look. How's it looking, Doc? Sensei, teacher, is there any hope for him? No, he's dead. Sure, Kyodai, I'm thinking. Oh, kangaiteru. Thinking, yeah. Sid's Milray, right? What old champ? Bayru made a noise, battle the power he must be in. Did he fight in the war? It's very deathly gray. So what's with his special looking horn? A bit of a bracer. That's right, we never normally sense a jump to Tepetlisaur in a battle, but we can stop him. After a real knife for steaming past us, I'm running off to the front lines to fight the Abyss. He's a smart one, that's for sure. Might not be the strongest, but he ran rings around those abyssal monsters. Being able to dig into the ground probably helps with evasion. Even awarded him a warrior's medal after the war ended, but then he took a turn for the worse a few days ago. He's been having fainting spells ever since. Poor little guy, already a battle-worn veteran, yet still so young. Whimper. What was the last part of that? Skipped a little. Yeah, because this would be the first time we've met him. Naruhodo. Kachina. Kachina, what's going on here? Nani atta? Traveler Pama, long time no see. Hisashiburi dane, yeah, long time. So basically there's this young Tepetlisaur and a tribe named Milray. We're not sure what's wrong with him, because he's been getting weaker and weaker by the day. Ifa's taking a look at him. Ifa-on-Isan. Okay. Nyan, who we grew up with, is here too. We're all really worried about him. Oh, okay, cool. Tiyaka, when my daughter got lost in the mountains, it was Mirai who helped bring her back. Much beloved little wizard. Yolewa, to think that he made it through the war, but now the peace finally comes. Heiwa, yeah, peaceful times. Ah, Hard Hat's got the emblem on it. True emblem. Say there, Kyodai, we'll find a way. Shinpai, yeah, don't worry. And you are, it's Kakuk. We've met you before. I heard that Kuka Thesaurus from the vet clinic. I wonder if this would be mentioned if we hadn't done Mavika's story quest. Probably not. Oh, what are you on about? None either that. So you're still in a imitation mode. I wonder if we'll get a chance to talk to you again by way of story and transformation. So this Ifa you mentioned is actually that guy. Everyone, please think I've gotten this figured out. Got an idea of the problem. For a juvenile story, he showed remarkable courage in the war, but he's young to be using that much phlogiston. Phlogiston overuse, so that's probably gets taken to the volcano as part of this. Okay. As a result, he developed a rare pathological change. That phlogiston horn maybe, the initial symptoms might not have been obvious, but he's gone untreated for so long that his condition is now very serious. I mean, he originally got sick during the war, but the symptoms only just started to show up even now. That's right, he may have just been acting tough this whole time, didn't want his friends stressing out over him. Brothers in a metaphorical sense. Woo. Oh, you got a little bow, that's cute. Woo. What kind of Hamtaro situation is this? You thought there should be something you can do right, please help him. Help me today. Something this rare, I don't have anything on hand that can treat it. What about on foot? Good news is that I read about a similar case back when I was still studying. This rule mentioned 2 essential ingredients to imagine from the collective of plenty. Zaidio. First, up an herbaceous perennial known as an Ocean Zephyr. Though they can grow practically anywhere, they're exceedingly rare. The second, honestly, I couldn't figure it out back then either. The name recorded was Sacred Flame Crystal, but there wasn't much to go on beyond that. Seika, Sacred Flame, like one burning in the stadium. That might be the horn on its head. And Mualani and I took part in the pillar here at the return of the Sacred Flame, and collected loads of contending sparks during the team stage. Oh, so that's probably why I do the fight, to get more contending sparks. Oh, so the story and pathing puzzle minigames for the Ocean Zephyr. This would be for the crystal. Apparently they're sparks from the Sacred Flame Seika itself. They can make you feel warm and fuzzy when you carry them. While you carry them, I think these crystals might be something similar. From the name, I'd say we're looking for a rarer, purer form of Sacred Flame. You sure there's even such a thing? We've been in Natlan for ages now, but we've never come across anything like that. Nothing we've seen, so it would seem as it happens. Jitsuzasuru. Huh? For real, Uncle Paco? Sonano? Is that so? It's a coincidence they've even heard of it. Maybe the people of Natlan knew how to make a special kind of sacred flame crystal way back when. I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but the other chiefs might know something. I'll go ask them. Thank you, Eva. Your diagnosis is good help. Mind if I keep you a little longer? Sure thing. I'll stick around until we got some results. Great, in that case, let's go our separate ways for now. Mirai needs some proper rest. He's not gonna get with so many people gathered around. What you all know, as soon as there is any news, fingers crossed, you'll soon be on the mend. Nice. Okay. What up, my dudes? Hajimemashite kyodai. Nice to meet you, bro. Hello, your rep precedes you, bro. Respect. Tell her told him to say Weavling. Kiga, I saw that now. Or energy matches. Eva, a vet from the far for the clan. It's my assistant Kakuku. It's all about copying what others say. There's only so much I can actually read what's on the page. We are the traveler in Paimon, but I imagine you already know. Traveler in Paimon, yeah, everyone's heard all about you too. You're absolute legends. Oh, glazing. Okay. Oremo? Me as well. Total package, brave, wise, and strong. With hero duo, I've never seen a contest. Okay. Until now, Mamade. I'm making Paimon blush. Kinda cute. Truth is, I spent the war treating wounded Saurians. Never got a chance to fight alongside you. Saved so many Saurian lives. It was an amazing contribution to a legend among vets. Thanks, I appreciate that. Kyodai. There was always a long line outside Eva's clinic back then. Even Kakuka was so busy, he was running around like a headless chicken. More like a bodiless chicken. Seriously, yada yada, give me a break. You're not more wounded or piling up by the day. Yeah, this is no joke. Sticking up the heinous rampart hurts. All the doctors have dropped the post over the last few years. As in catching this sickness, I imagine. But it's over. Some fresh talent rolling in recently, hoping they can step up quick, but veterinary medicine is no joke. Trying to challenge us to overcome before you can be a qualified vet. That's rough. No matter how hard you hit the books, you're still going to run into all kinds of weird diseases that are hard to treat. Like Mirai is so rare, it doesn't even have a name. Lou Gehrig's disease, Mirai's disease. My old man forced me to read all kinds of different stuff when I was a kid, but Gaki Bakara probably only be able to assist more conservative treatment to it. They say there's always more to learn. Okay. Kyodai? Oh. Okay. So your dad was a vet too. Totally, our family's medical knowledge has been passed down over generations. The old man started steering me towards being a vet when I was a kid, schooling on all kinds of herbs. Man, I forgot anything. Out came the broom. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Our family's been vets for generations now. No clue who it was who kicked off the tradition though, you know? Back when I was a kid, my dad said something about our skills being medicine born of guilt. The reason we got into it doesn't really matter. What matters is that it's useful. Guilt sounds pretty strange to Paimon. Usually when I feel guilty when we've done something wrong. Sayaku. Knows after he passed there wasn't anybody else I could ask. Figure it's his guilt knowledge that anyone practicing medicine when he failed to fix someone up. I've been there. So I'm gonna do my best to make sure it doesn't happen this time, but I don't recall ever seeing a record of any patient with his malady who was successfully cured. So maybe Mirai will be the first. Got this, bro. Heck yeah, I do. Nice. Believe in me. Talk for a while longer. Oh, looks like the chiefs are back. Let's go see what they have to say. Oh. Ah, yep, it's all of them. It's the tribal chiefs about the situation. We even got Big Guy Biron, Kid Amina, Waita, Paka, Biron, Collective of Plenty guy whose name I forget, and Monyoya? No. It's Flower Feather Guy. Last time I was here, I remember seeing him happily rolling on with Io. That's Kachina's story? This is so sudden. As the saying goes, the illness strikes like a landslide. It's not uncommon for people in Zoranes to just collapse overnight. But Toyac, right? Given that he first fell sick during the war, he's done well to make it this far. The little guy, are you okay? Does it hurt? I mean, a cattle, alright, for what's surrender risk wife and women before the battle. Still, as responsible, we adults must bear. Well, 6 tribal chiefs are in place, not something you see every day. Mizurashina? Unusual. Well, it's true that we used to hardly ever meet up like this. The affairs of our own tribes were usually enough to keep us all swamped. But the abyss has now been vanquished. These days, there are group dinners on our days off that practically become the routine, so don't look too surprised. Group dinners like group mooching, you guys always seem to end up at my place, so shameless. Yokuyu? Your cooking is too good to resist. You've seen how hopeless the rest of us are in that regard. Now let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Ifa, we've been informed about the situation. Once again, it's a good thing you were here to help out. Mirai and the other Tepetlisaurs have helped transport goods for the power of their clan in the past. We'll just stand by and watch while he suffers. I just happened to come across a record of a case like his back home, but I don't know anything about this sacred flame crystal. I haven't heard of it either. Can the sacred flame even take other forms? Imagine that, you know, most of the Saurians are pyro-bishops and other elemental forms as well. Can indeed what could be seen as happening in the flesh, and I've read references to it in woven scrolls. In ancient Natlan, besides the pilgrimage of the return of the sacred flame, there's said to have been another way to produce sacred flame known as the Bloomflower Trials, which is, yep, the combat minigame in this event. It was a combat exercise held jointly by the 6 tribes that was even more intense than the pilgrimage, so they occasionally yielded an even purer form of the sacred flame. Sacred flame crystals, Seika no Kesho. For real? I've never heard of that. Made up, maybe? Fanfiction? Simple, the Bloomflower Trials haven't been held for centuries. There's some hidden story behind this, ended in disaster last time. Something seems to have happened the last time they were held, but it was so long ago that I don't know the specifics. I bet it's gonna be a connection to Eva's family or something. He gets to redeem his clan. More reasonable explanation is this, that people inspire these sacred flame crystals to be vessels of extraordinary power, and that warriors could use them to enhance their own strength. In reality, they turn out to be far less miraculous than hoped for, in some rare, very specific circumstances. They proved irreplaceable, but they were not so different from regular sacred flame in essence. Aside from these cases, it was pointless just to do it normally. The pilgrimage produced enough sacred flame, making the Bloomflower Trials obsolete, and thus they were forgotten. I get it, so to say Mirai, we have to revive the Bloomflower Trials and get all 6 tribes to take part. Sounds rough. Rough? It's a story, not a dog. Thanks. Oh. I'd say we'd be better off not treating it like some kind of hassle. All 6 tribes need to take part, sure, but not everyone has to show up. You can keep it voluntary, so warriors who happen to have time can sign up and fight it out of their own accord. Promise a prize? Since the war ended, what is a Tepetlisaur doing here? Since the war ended, the pilgrimage is more like a tournament for warriors to compete and keep themselves in shape. So why not let them own their skills on a fresh new stage? Should never drop our guard completely, even in times of peace, but like that, it seems high time we restarted the Bloomflower Trials. I'm with you on that. Nothing gets the blood pumping like contests to see. Which tribe's the strongest side? Think of that one? No objections on my part. I'll go discuss this with the others. I'm sure there'll be plenty of warriors who'll be itching to take part. I can't speak for everyone else, but I can guarantee that Mualani will be there. There's nothing more she loves more than a lively occasion and fighting. And I guess your vote was a foregone conclusion. Epic, huh? Great, we're all in agreement then. Yeah, exactly. Now where's the 7th try? Nice. Thanks everyone, it really means a lot. So back to our trial to see how many people are willing to sign up. If interest is high, we'll hold a big event. If not, we'll keep it small. Green rules would be crucial too. A competition without rules is just mindless violence, and that's not what we want. Okay. I'll drop an outline. Let's meet up at the speaker's chamber later. After all, we'll still need the Pyro Archon's final approval. Are we gonna get a mono-Geo appearance at Anjin-sama? Yan will need some Ocean Zephyr to secure Mirai. We'll go gather while we're organizing the trials. Maybe some Saurians. Maybe. Such a baby voice. I've got that covered. I just noticed that some of Mirai's friends have shown up. Oh! It's all kinds of Saurians at Tepetlisaur. Oh, you made lots of friends. Every variety. Yeah, all 6 kinds. Fun. These swords, you're right, there's all sorts. Seems like he's quite the popular little fella, huh? Kakuku, can you hit them up and ask if we down to want a claw? Fun. Sure thing, I've got you. Don't worry, it's okay. Yeah. Oh, it must be nice having a sword companion who can talk. Talk is one way to say it. Well, if that's everything, how about we call it a day? Alright, see you later. Ifo, let's head back. I'm bringing swords along too. I gotta teach them how to identify Ocean Zephyrs. See you all, guys. We'll come visit you again soon. Matane. That bone with the red highlights. So is that a secret source component, or maybe Saurian Mariner? They sure are quick on their feet. It's their chiefs for a reason, and they decide on something they have to done right away. Or that let's sleep on a tent, or we palm on. Yeah, but that's what you're here for, right? Whenever Palm puts things off, even for just a while, you handle them straight away. Itsuka? No way, no way. Even Kakuku's done with this conversation. I'll go spread the word. Kachina, you gonna sign up? Kachina? Of course. In that case, let's head over together, drop our comments, see the speaker's chamber in a bit. Ato see ya, matana. Let's get right to it. So far so good, this rate Mirai will be better in no time. Wakataze. Whimper. Oh, you're awake. Want to try getting a bit more sleep? Daijoubuka? Rar. I feel like he has something to say. You think so? Is he feeling hungry then? I'm surprised the little buddy's involved. That might be because of quest stuff. Hey Kakuku, can you help us translate while you're gone? Siyaku? While I'm gone? No, it does seem pretty anxious. What are you trying to say, little guy? Paimon should be able to talk with him if anyone. For a Saurian companion started, turn Angori and move not our Saurian companion, but others. Okay. Well, Bloomflower Trials is set to take place, save room crystals covered, and so anxious, condition gotten worse, better ask him just in case. Our Saurian companion plans have been made to hold the Bloomflower Trials, and the chiefs have returned to their traps, make arrangements to leave. Well, Tepetlisaur Mirai looks very anxious, have something he wants to say. Let's see. Our Saurian companion. Check. Lots of them. Wow. And let me see. So on paper, at least everything should be fine. Mirai's Saurian buddies are out collecting Ocean Zephyrs too. Mirai so anxious as the condition gotten worse. You better ask him just in case. Let me see. That's still in quest mode, no minigame option. Let me see. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Hi. That's our power. Raw, cough, cough. Everything okay, Mira? Do you want to eat something? Why don't I go pick you some fruit? Thanks for waiting for me. Not, I'll be fine. Mira, not. Oh, I can do ground shake this Tepetlisaurus. We had brought another kind of saurian over. Imagine we'd still switch to Tepetlisaur. Who are you? I wonder if it would stop you, or if it would just checking for a Saurian prompt. If it actually required a Tepetlisaur specifically. Haven't seen around here before. Maybe come to visit Mirai too. I just wanted to tell you that you're nothing to worry about, okay? These nice humans have found a way to cure you. It won't be long before they've gathered enough Ocean Zephyr and Sacred Flame crystals, so hang in there, you'll be on the mend soon. Sacred Flame crystals, cough cough. Mirai. That's exactly what I'm worried about. Those nice humans have no idea how dangerous Sacred Flame crystals are. Dangerous. Oh. It's very dangerous. They can beguile human hearts, turn friends into enemies. Humans must be very careful. Oh no. Collapse. Uh-oh. Mirai struggles to say something else, but she soon falls unconscious once more. Beguile human hearts? The chiefs didn't mention anything about that before. There'd be unknown risks associated with using Sacred Flame crystals, but more importantly, if even the chiefs knew nothing about this, despite all the knowledge they possess, then where did Mirai and Nyan come to hear of it? Nyan, who told you guys that Sacred Flame crystals are dangerous, he's collapsed. A mysterious Kugasaur, you might, well, fighting those big monsters, he was the one who told us. Kakuku, or... someone else. Still remember how our friends were all running around in panic the first time Mirai passed out. Not this disease, not again, when you'd find Ocean Zephyrs and Sacred Flame crystals. But Sacred Flame crystals can beguile human hearts, turn friends into enemies. What should I do? Have a Saurian do it? Where did this Kugasaur find out then? I don't know, he often said things we couldn't understand. Apart from us, no other little Saurians wanted to play with him. As far as I could tell, he didn't have any human companions either. But I'm sure he wouldn't have lied to us. He saved us many times, and we're very close friends. I really, really hope that Mirai recovers soon, but if Sacred Flame crystals genuinely are that dangerous, I don't think that's the way he would want to be saved. Okay. Interesting. Check something. And... okay. Okay. Yeah, I just had to turn up the gain a little because yeah, okay, this I think this should be perfectly fine. Yeah, just had to make sure that since I don't always speak all that loudly, to be honest, I think turning the volume gain for the advanced lip sync up is pretty much perfect. Should be okay. Okay. Don't worry, I'm here to help. I'll remind the humans to be careful. In the meantime, you take good care of Mirai, alright? Just make sure he doesn't worry too much and gets lots of rest. You do that for him, thank you so much. This is becoming more mysterious by the minute. The Mavica and the Sex Chief's present, I'm sure everything will be alright, but still I'd better find a chance to talk to Mavica about it. Okay. Go to the speaker's chamber to meet Mavica. You better go well soon, Mirai. There's still so many things I want to say to you. Sorry and romance. Okay. Okay. Check right over here. How much tone is it? 40 at the moment. That's right. Enter the speaker's chamber. Alright. Oh well. I've read through your proposal. It sounds like a great idea. Okay. Even if it wasn't for Mirai's situation, there'd be many reasons to start holding the Bloomflower Trials again. How many warriors have been signing up? Far more than we anticipated. Our warriors sure fired up. Ones who came late even held a protest outside the sign-up booth. So we had to make an exception by adding a few more spots. Kokubetsumi, especially. So many people have signed up that we had to divide the competition up into main matches and exhibition matches. Each main match will pit 2 different tribes against one another, while the exhibition matches will see 3 tribes going up against another 3. I plan to limit the number of spots for the exhibition matches. Accidents are more likely to tangle melees, so with fewer contestants we can ensure that any injuries will be attended to properly. We've clearly thought this through with care. You have my approval, and don't worry, I'll find a way to fund it. Thank you, Archon. Arigatou gozaimasu. Well, the trials will be held. I'll stop by later to see how things are going, but I won't be taking part. I won't want to spoil everyone else's fun. The main venue will be near the Stadium of the Sacred Flame, with additional arenas set up around the various shrines. Those trials.
それと私は参加を控えておこう。その方が皆も心置きなく楽しめるからな。あ、
Alright, I'm out of questions. Keep at it, everyone,
私から
and
聞
thanks
き
for
たい
your
こと
hard
は以
work.
上だ。
Do you hear
さあ、
that?
君たちも忙しいのだろう。
That case will be off. It's time we started organizing crews to set up the venues. Okay. Traveler Palma, good luck. Ganbatte kure. Oh, good look at it. What exactly? So does he know? Because it's a collectible funny thing? Or it's been a while, you too. We hear about the Bloomflower Trials, too. Oh, sure. Sounds like everything is going to plan. Bloomflower Trials, the name alone fills me with nostalgia. First heard about it from my dad, who first heard about it from his dad, my uncle grandpa. Yes, that means they were last held at least 500 years ago. Wait a sec, no, it must have been much earlier than that. See. Well, when you put it like that, it does feel kind of surreal that we're doing something that hasn't been done in such a long time. True, but I've got a good feeling about this. We'll pull it off, rest assured. Do you know anything about sacred flame crystals? Is there anything dangerous about them? What makes you ask? For the rumors that sacred flame crystals can beguile human hearts. Probably would happen to Yuka's family, maybe. I've never heard such a rumor before, and rationally speaking, it just doesn't even seem possible. Yeah, if they weren't showing the Kukusor, it had to have been Kakuku, right? The rules governing the owner of resurrection protect Natlan for many long years, and these rules in themselves fueled by the Sacred Flame's power. I've been working with the Sacred Flame all this time, and never noticed anything unusual about it. In essence, Sacred Flame crystals are just another form of the Sacred Flame. Can't imagine how they can possibly beguile human hearts. It's very true, I find it hard to imagine, too. So please be at ease, and besides, even if they did harbor some kind of evil power, it might cause any real trouble, then not one would live it, not if I have anything to say about it. Our main priority right now is to hold the Bloomflower Trials so we can collect enough sacred flame crystals to heal that little Tepetlisaur. Tepetlisaur. Child Tepetlisaur. That's a reassuring now you're on our side, Navika. We're glazing. Well, there are some things even I can't handle. For example, just came to my attention about some people waiting for you outside. Oh, who could they be? Kinich, Kachina, and Mualani, I imagine. You'll find it soon enough. Go on now. Don't keep them waiting. Okay. We have the speaker's chamber. New competition brings a new challenge, and who knows, maybe even a whole new story. Atarashi monogatari. Language of things. Couch. Okay. Thank you. And... oh, it's all the heroes, except for Shion and Bip. Maybe she finally died. Finally, you're here. Traveler Palma, so basically, Zitsuba. Well, that would happen if first come, first serve. What I'm saying is I get to go first. Oh, what's going on? Why is everyone turned up all of a sudden? Let's see. It's all the heroes and then instead of Shion and Kachina. So? I'm soon about the Bloomflower Trials, right? I mean, we were wondering. We decided it was tribal joint, but how about the people of the Springs? Oh, what? Us participating, we're allowed to take part too. Maybe because we have an ancient name, now we're basically honorary Natlan. That doesn't count in gameplay for Knights Old Burst. Given that the trials haven't been held in so long, we're creating a new set of rules for them, separate from the ones for the pilgrimage. All the chiefs have agreed, but whether or not you compete or which tribe you support, well, it's completely up to you. As the hero who saved Natlan, your participation will be a huge morale boost for whoever you choose to join. In other words, recruiting is every tribe's top priority right now. So that's what's going on. Our chief accountant wishes good luck just now. Must have known this was coming. Whether or not you compete. And that's all for the chit-chat. I hope you're ready for some serious incentives. Something. How do you like the scent of luxury hot spring vouchers? There are such fine gifts from the shop. Mualani dance. Luxury hot spring sounds like Paman's perfect vacation. If you join the Scions, the Canopy will hold a great barbecue and the honor with the finest quality meat all you can eat. So I guess that's where Naviga gets it from. And if you join right away, you'll instead a chance of being taken on as a sidekick of the unwanted dragon or Kuho Aha. Don't tempt me. Yeah, no one wants that yet. Goodbye. Kinich, Konoyaro. You bastard. Oh, you can eat barbecue, salivating. Join with the collective of plenty. I'll provide a year's worth of training sessions and a personalized nutrition plan to help you become stronger than you already are. I don't think Paimon wants that. Paimon's not too keen on training, but getting stronger does sound tempting. And more kale juice. Green juice. I've got to offer freshly picked vegetables, but I can guarantee they are really tasty. Thank you. We could probably get some samples. Okay, yeah, food. That's it. And some flying lessons. We could just hitch around. I'll take some of the skies myself. And then feed us some worms. Little bird woman. Flying's kind of what Paimon does for a living, but flying around the traveler sense it could be lots of fun too. A lot of fun too. I can bake Sora's crackers and grain fruit shapes. Grain chips. Paimon loves those too. This is such a tough choice. Tabetai. Not just because the freebies are tempting, but also because picking one tribe feels like we're betraying all the others. You know what? Paimon's decided I'll leave this one to you. How about I join you all event to mighty bowling so of Natlan, after all, community property. Paimon's pretty sure that isn't an option. Well, I don't know. Actually, it's not a bad idea. It could work for the exhibition matches at least. Your own faction. There'll be 3 tribes on each side, so for the first half we're on our side, second half theirs, and fair. I hadn't thought of that, would be clever. Oh really? Then it's for those perks you mentioned earlier, huh? Get them all. Hey. Don't worry, my offer still stands. Enjoying yourselves is the #1 priority here. Oh, thanks. So it's still then for the first half of the exhibition match, join the Sounds of Canopy, the people of the Springs, the children of Echoes fighting against the other 3 tribes. Oh, it feels just like the old days when we used to fight side by side. We're gonna be unstoppable. But it's nearly time. Let's get ready and head over there together. Okay. And now it's time for the minigames. Kinda. You okay there? It's dead. Is that 7 colors of... 7 swirling colors? No, it's 6. Okay. For a second I thought Lost Tribe, Bloomflower Trials, and Story and Treasure Seeker. The Bloomflower Trials begin. Power Archon Mavica has agreed to hold the Bloomflower Trials, and the competition venue is ready. All that's left is to sign up for it. Go Saurian Expedition. A Saurian Expedition set off in search of Ocean Zephyrs. If the little one seems to stay behind, want to have a chat with the staff, goodbye. Participate in the first half of the exhibition match. Talk to Balo. Talk to Vinesh. I win invitation. Blinking eye. So actually, all you gotta do is beat the minigames. Bronze rating, complete all of them. I want to get that maxed. You decided to participate in the exhibition match of the Bloomflower Trials. Once again, your comrades in arms are Kinich, Mualani, and Kachina. You're only fitting to give it your own. It's got Ephus. Pack. Martial Trial Affairs. So that would be where? It's over here. Interesting. So where are the quests for the minigames? Because let's do that now. Over there. You know, let's do focus experience, not that it matters. Yeah, disables focus experience for the other quest again, now that it makes much difference. I think we can get the minigames done and then do the story portion next time. Okay. Oh, well. Oh, you got all sorts of stuff set up. That's fun. Okay. Oh, so they're right next to each other. Makes sense. They don't have any dialogue. Okay. You don't even talk. Alright. So it's okay. It's got collective of plenty, and their staging grounds are close to the tribe, but not quite there. By the temple, by collective of echoes as one is in a weird place. Hello, traveler in Paimon, we meet at last. What about it first? Welcome to the Bloomflower Trials. I heard from our chief that you're here to sign up for the competition. Yeah, but we were wondering what exactly are the Bloomflower Trials about. I'll give you a quick rundown. First of all, the Bloomflower Trials are divided into offensive battles and defensive battles. Defensive battles are simple to stop your opponents from attacking the tribe. Playing offense is trickier. Assuming your tribe's lost its defense, they have to start a horde and counterattack. To spice things up, we've added special ritual items into the mix. Attackers in charge of them to destroy the defender's special barriers. And even if this is a competition, we don't want to see uncalled for violence or conflicts. Anything broken should be fixed, and if you see monsters, please clear them out. Pommon's head is spinning. Trout, where did you catch all that? More or less, definitely one of the quick rundowns of all time. Don't sweat it if you got questions, come find me. The competition isn't that complicated. I'm sure you got the hang of it in no time if you participate. Cool. To do that, the Bloomflower Trials is divided into two categories, offensive battles and defensive battles. Each trial has a specified character must participate in the current martial trial. In offensive battles, travelers need to complete various challenges to charge ritual items and use these to destroy the enemy camp's barrier, thereby achieving victory in the martial trial. Defensive battles, travelers need to prevent their own flag from being destroyed by the attacking faction. Okay. Hi. The Bloomflower Trials are in full swing. Which tribe would you two like to join? Ask about the rules. You want me to go over the rules? Sure. The Bloomflower Trials is divided into offensive battles and defensive battles. Okay, I've seen this already. Okay. What's the other thing you might say? Have a chit-chat. Hubo, this competition's got quite the turnout. I'm sure you'll see some familiar faces among the contestants. My friend's also heading the competition venue. Once I wrap things up here, I'm going to go cheer him on. I hope all our participants can go all out in this competition, go forth in battle to your heart's content. Okay. And we've nothing to say. Roblox, goodbye. Time beat. Sign up for the competition. Attack from the waterway. Defense. Hard and... glorious gold. Level. It's all about time then. Attack for the waterway. Participate in the attack with Mualani. For the people, the springs of waters present a smooth path forward. Be flexible in adjusting your offensive routes to launch attacks in various directions and overwhelm the enemy. 10, 8, 6 minutes. Martial trial scenarios must participate, so we could use our own if we want it. Must participate, we can use trial, or gotta use her. Damage caused by vaporized reactors is increased by 100%. The attack inside captures a stronghold, the following buffs will apply. Characters, phlogistic consumption decreases by 70% in the Knight's Old Blessing state, when its movement speed increases by 20%. All elemental res is decreased by 40% from nearby enemies within a small area. For the attack inside breaks all enemy barriers. Mualani in her Knight's Soul's Blessing state will release the shockwave of the enemy's possession when dealing normal attack damage, dealing true damage. Shockwave can release in this way once every 3 seconds, so it's People of the Springs versus Collective 20. Is this, it's... Varesa. And it's against People of the Springs, so it stays consistent. Versus... Nice, so it stays consistent with which one is fighting which. Oh yeah, first and second part of the fight with Satoali. Interesting. Mualani. Team we'd want would be put it with Mavica and then Sucrose and Shionen, I believe. But we gotta change our artifacts, that's right. And then Mavica for the Pyro. Sure, everyone's got the right stuff. Shionen has good. Obsidian and we can't change that at the moment. Oh, because that's the trial Mualani. Mualani, Mavica, and big thing is Sucrose can take her stuff back from. Take her stuff back from Mizuki now. Right. Okay. Thank you. Mizuker. Here we are. Then give you sack frags. Good sack frags. And Mualani has... She should be holding R5 sack jade at the moment. And again, that does mean she very slightly overcaps. Actually, overcaps by a decent amount, but who's counting? Okay. Let's make this happen. Attack from the waterway. Alright. Let's see. Capture strongholds and break the final barrier. Should be the end then. Offensive battles. Travelers need to capture strongholds and complete events to charge ritual items. Captured strongholds are continuously regenerate energy for ritual items. Completing emergency events and travel challenges. Just collecting provisional supply boxes will instantly charge your ritual items. Ritual items fully charged using it will break a barrier, protecting the enemy camp. After all barriers are destroyed, defeat the enemy forces. Station the camp to claim victory in the martial trial. Okay, cool. Challenge at your flag, so it's get in as quickly as possible and break it. The events to charge ritual items. Dynamic entry barrier is 3. Okay, cool. Going over here, that's challenge number 1. See if we'll get things going on. We need 6 minutes. Ritual item can't use when energy is low. Capture enemy strongholds by consuming combat supplies. Capture strongholds to continuously generate energy for ritual items. More strongholds captured, the higher the charging rate. So after capturing a stronghold, you will unlock the ability to teleport between camps and obtain the relevant buffs. Sort of offensive battles, travelers will earn a certain amount of combat supplies. By completing events, more combat supplies can be obtained. It's one of them. Following buffs. Nice. Capture gets reduced by 70%. Speed and Nutzel's blessing, so then user to jet around. Nearby enemies. Keep pushing forward. Can't use that yet. We're gonna have to teleport then. That was a waste. Okay. Next one. It's ritual energy. Cover challenges, and we don't have the resources. Active buffs. Where are they then? Challenges. Allies repel enemies, and that's where? Okay, so we have to use the map on this. Okay. Because repel enemies is over here. Okay. Now that I know what's going on, let's retry that entirely. So we have to get one, then use the map. Go for the closest, and then as soon as you got supplies, you capture. Okay. I see. This is very, very cool. Now that I've got a handle on this. I wonder if getting all the strongholds is reasonable. Yoko, Stronghold Mitiko is designed by the Speaker's Chamber to simulate key points on a real battlefield. By capturing these key points, you can launch a more effective offensive. On the Yoko Waters, Command a logistics hub of the defending team. It signifies your victory in this martial trial. Your base camp from which your offensive will be launched. Okay, cool. Alright. And let's bite. Down here. Bite. Yep. Just jet around on Mualani. Surfboard. I want to keep pushing forward. Charging the ritual items, 1 out of 3. Particular real battlefield can be energy, and there's no marker there. Out of the way. They occur. Trouble challenge. Let's keep on going. Okay. Thanks. All enemies inside the target area. Thanks, and well, that didn't quite work, did it? Okay. 2, 3, and but very, very good. And oops. Okay. Nice, we got that in. So, while we get over to the next challenge, let's get that going. Mualani, and head on up here. Switch out. Use it, can't use it yet. Capture it requires 1. Next one, this place is ours now. We got an enemy here. Let's use this. We got a buff, which is good. We got just a couple, you guys. And shooing in, and Mambika, put that down. And 1, 2, 3, and oh, we didn't manage to vaporize that. Dumb. Okay. Res down, and we got that. Oh my, well, there's more. Bad news for you. Come on, I didn't want Mambika's stuff to keep going. Whatever. And hit. Point. And that's simple enough. Okay. It's been completed, and ritual items are ready. Use them quickly. Come on. And switch. Use it. Nice. Got a barrier broken. Yeah. Looks a bit like the barrier from Golden Apple Bella. That's the finishing blow. There's 2. Challenge there. Trouble challenge, and then final barrier. Complete the event to obtain. Over there. I kind of want to do them all. Wonder how many will spawn in total, to be honest. Okay, cool. Harness the abilities of companions with the people of the springs. Move swiftly along the water's surface and score as many points as possible. Dirty fruits will appear during the challenges. Touching the cause remaining challenge time to decrease more points. Score more energy. Score 6 points. Complete the challenge early. Okay, cool. Thanks. And here we are. Thank you. And let me check. Got this ain't bad. Jet around it. It's tough to touch it, really. Speeding up and slowing down is crucial to not miss things. Oh, wow. Show items are ready. Item. Come on. How much energy here? And let me check. What we got? Okay. Not all of these are necessary, and they're not supposed to be, obviously. Crossed over, now we just go back around, down the other line. 60 points to end it early. Come on. And last bit is right over here. Where's the rest of it? Okay, no, really. 56. So what have I missed? Okay, please? I swear I'm messing something up. Don't see any along. Provisional supply boxes arrived, but it... Did I miss a few during the course of this challenge? That's been completed. Okay, alright. Let's just use this twice. Ritual item and priority. That's the finishing blow. Capture strongholds and... Supply box got a time limit. Okay, there we are. Oh well. Doing the challenges. Go fight in a minute. This ain't bad. That's the finishing blow. Basically, we have to use a specific character, which is what break the provisional supply boxes, gain energy. Not that it matters. Let's do the final challenge real quick, just to max everything out. Oh, we didn't even get every stronghold. Huh. Not that it really matters. Thanks. Hop off here. Let's capture it. Active buffs. Keep pushing forward. Cannot use when energy is low, but energy doesn't matter anymore. We got 2 minutes left. Do the last challenge just for fun. Oh well. Go down here. How are you doing? Harness the abilities of companions from the people of the strings to move slowly along the Spiritways and score as many fruits points as possible. Give fruits while pure doing the challenges and touching the cause, making challenge time to decrease. Okay, cool. Give me the time on it. Okay. Complete the challenge early. Nice. Oh, wow. These are pretty tough variations, too. Let's jump. Yeah, 6 minutes is a gold rating, and I'm not sure, actually, I'll have the time for that. You're not supposed to do them all, but I'm wondering if we could get a sort of, you know, perfect completion where I complete every objective optional or not. That would be fun. We're running out of time, though, so... okay. Ouch. Decreases time, not... Okay. Stay in the middle. Taking the narrow path. Because I could immediately just go fight right now. Oh, okay. Well, congratulations. I'm sure you can relate. Well. Here we are. Event's been completed. Takes us right to the enemy path. Let's hop off and get down here. Come on. Get over and... Got 30 seconds to just take them all out. Come on, defeat all descenders, deal damage, and trigger buffs. Thank you, and swirl. Hit, and we got seconds. Mere seconds. Yeah, exactly, that's why you can relate. Thanks, and how many more fluid avatar levels? Don't hurt burning bright. Why are you here? Come on. And come on, just... If we had done things faster, we would... How did you dodge that? It's fun. Just doing the minigames right now. And... yeah, we got it. We're stuck on the silver. Yeah, I wonder if and how I could get a genuinely perfect clear. Where I get everything. Because this Avatar of Lava is the shoe. And come on. Teleport between camps. You probably have to split up objectives. It is what it is. There we are. Okay. Let's try that again. Let's see if I can... Just gotta cut down 30 seconds. And then I can... The big thing is that, honest to goodness, I'm probably better off with a second Hydro character. Maybe let's try this again. Okay, cool. Bite. Thank you. Bite. Come on. Capture the first. Go on and start fighting things. You're over here. Okay, come on. That was what really sucked. And come on. Make sure we're vaporizing. And we don't really need all that much. There we are, see? That's very quick. Capture that, move on to the next challenge. That would be fair. Let me think. Come on. Don't need to worry about Phlogiston here. I'm conserving it for no reason. Keep pushing forward. Start this challenge. Nice and fast. Ritual items. Overstack on the energy. That's not a problem. Within the time limit, get everything ends. So it's completed early by getting a certain amount of points. And it's interesting. Because unless I get them all in kind of sequence really well too, they end up disappearing enough that I think it becomes kind of impossible to actually end it early. I have to kind of go somewhere else, I think, if you mess up. So let's speed around, avoid the trash. And I see you're coming in. Come on. And here we are. We might actually want to use the balloons to end it early on purpose. Maybe. I don't know. Come on. Out of the way of that. And the event's been completed already. We got enough points. Here's the next fight. Ritual items ready. Not really my problem. Ritual items. Special ritual items provided by the Masters of Natlan capable of firing striking energy beams to make large-scale weapon attacks during the trials. Interesting. Put this over and get pyro on everyone. Okay, come on. Silly, silly man. Come on, and that didn't hit anyone? You're kidding. What? Oh, dumb. So lame. And any more, or... Couple more. Okay. Thank you, and... I did transmission to switch to you. Again, if I were to do every single event, I'm not sure how well it would work. I'd like to try it, though. That, and... Ritual item is over there. That'll be good and fast. Ritual items over there. Let's see. Mualani. This one is... Oh, that's a solo ritual item. Okay, but they're already at the strongholds, so... Not sure what the point of that being their solo is, but whatever. Either way, I'm doing this in a much more efficient manner this time, so it shouldn't be an issue. Capture it, and we got that ball. Charging rate increase, places to ours now. One final trial is going to be over that way, but it's just... They've already got ritual items there. I'm not sure what the point of the other ones existing is. And... Oh, that's funny. Over in the Casio arena, they've got these... For some reason, this is going to be some kind of secret. That'd be funny. No, nothing happened. Oh! Did that make the provisional supply box appear? I don't think so. This just happens as a crunch if you really screw up. Okay. Final challenge is over here, then. Spiritway. Yep, we're doing this nice and fast this time. Just don't gotta worry about focusing. Here we are. Okay. Springs within the time limit, but we can just use Monica. Fine. Sends us over that way. Switch between, in the end, hitting the balloons. Versus your timer, but it's not an issue. Big thing is just... A perfect clear means doing everything that shows. And that's what I want. Perfect clear. Hi, hi. Go nice and fast on water without having to worry about a swim gauge running out. Let's get up top. Here we are. Make that jump. Should end early, hopefully, here. Getting enough. Stay up there. Use the bite to hang. Very, very good. Get in the middle. Don't need to vary at all. That means we'll hit a balloon one, probably. Good, good. Oh, we missed one. Because I try to move out of the middle. Dumb. Silly. Thanks, and where will this Spiritway take us? Right to the end, I think. Right by that ritual item. We got time. Let's wait till this actually ends. So this is here, so I suppose when the challenge ends, you've got a ritual item right there. Use them quickly. We got about a little under a minute. Let's see if we can manage. After doing everything, basically. Boom. That's done, so let's make it happen. Minute to win it. Again, it... Oh my... You got stuck. Good God. Stupid, stupid goddamn Mualani. If that screws me over, I swear. This flight is not fast. Okay. Yeah, alright. Interesting. This will probably be the death of me. And... Okay, come on. And... How are we gonna do this? Yeah, there's just not nearly enough to take out the fluid avatar of lava like this. I don't know, though. I don't know, though. This might be it if I can manage fairly. Thank you. And... Soup. And down here. What? You're kidding me. Why did we not have enough time for that? Dumb. Keep fighting, but... Yeah, you're really not supposed to go for the... Dumb. Go for every challenge. We still barely missed it. It was fun. We were off by 5 seconds. We'll try that one more time. Big thing is that we can teleport. Teleport to strongholds. So if we use strongholds that we've already gone to, so we can use that for efficiency. Accept no substitutes. Accept no substitutes. I want absolute perfection. The worst part is that if I hadn't wasted my time by breaking those dummies at Genshin Arena, that would have been victory almost certain. It's the really dumb part. Okay. Not miss on that tree, thank you. Over there, thanks. Combat supplies, and get on here, thank you. And Mualani. Got a bit of Niceal. Keep that going with the burning grass, which is fantastic. Here we are. Got that going. Next one is going to be over there. Capture the stronghold, and good thing we don't have to worry about Phlogiston really at all. Yeah. This is ours now. Spin and hi. Thanks. And another. Good stuff. Haven't even used the points. That's fine. And okay, come on. Cool. A little scuffed. And strongholds over there. Cool. Get that in. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Yeah, until we've got it all right at the end. No reason to not do them all at once. Truly at once. Well, it's more fun this way. Yeah, to see me really bust my butt. Trying to just absolutely max out the challenge. I imagine you prefer that to me just settling for mediocrity. I think. Well, in the end, it's you have to bitch and moan, so no matter what I do, you complain, so I shouldn't care too much. Let me see. Oh, come on. Mouse is in a bad spot on the keyboard. And here we are. Let's get up top. And that should be the finishing point. See? Sometimes I know what I'm talking about. Rarely. Hardly, barely, scarcely. We just need a few more and it will end early. Good stuff. And that's it. Means there's a ritual item right there. Again, not that it matters. Go over, capture the final stronghold. Yep, it's really no problem doing this all once as long as I stay on target. Here we are, and final one in is over there. It's enough Phlogiston showing. Good stuff. Cool. Oh, goodness, let's not get stuck. Here we are. This one is honestly the trap. This takes time and a lot of it, but that's okay. We gotta do all the challenges, all the combat encounters. Italian chicken bala. That is not what I was expecting. Here we are. Set this up in the water. We switch to Mualani. Provisional supply box that we don't care about. I'm gonna do all the combat encounters and challenges. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was silly. There we go. I thought that worked better. Oh, our height profile is enough, I think, with Mavica compared to Mualani that we can grab the stuff that's in the air without having to jump. That's fun. Okay. And here we are. Just stay in the center. Does not cut up with balloons. Interesting enough. Gotta collide with us physically. As long as we stay still and don't move, we'll auto-collect them all. That was my mistake last time. Thank you. Here we are. Just teleport to one of them. Confirm. Stronghold. Teleport. Nice. Right by the ritual item. Lots of time. Let's break all these barriers. Right at the end of the enemy camp. Kaboom. Kaboom. Here we are. That's the finishing blow. Let's just hop off and race all the way to the end. We have over 1.5 minutes left. The heather? The headboard? Or... wait. Sharky's bite. And Sucrose to swirl that. Get that damage bonus. Mavica down and... cool. Thanks. Bite. And here we are. Hit and keep going for you. And okay, well, alright. Yep. As long as we're not stupid, we got plenty of time. Thanks, and that is a really annoying place for you to be in. That fluid avatar lava doesn't matter because the entire form is just guaranteed in a lot of waves. That's fine. But the movement's so tough. You place yourself in such a god-awful position. I hate you so much. Let's keep fighting. We'll be okay. Lost the power of Sack Jade, but that's fine. There we are. Cool. Yep. Gold rating while doing every single challenge. Fun. Pick from the waterway. Crush the enemy head-on. Participate in the defense with the Varesa. The beauty of battle is the beauty of power itself. Smashing the enemy's vanguard to bits fair and square is the art of how the collective of plenty wages war. Defense here. 3 seconds of being hit by Varesa's plunging attack, so just do it with the damn plunging attack. Flag from being destroyed, repel at least 10 waves of enemies. That's fun. When the current on-field character's plunging attack hits enemies, their crit damage increases by 40% for 8 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Within 50 seconds of receiving the buff when the character's plunging attack hits enemies, vortex will be generated at the enemy's position, pulling in nearby enemies that last for 5 seconds. This effect can trigger once every 6 seconds. The enemies affected by the vortex, while they're all elemental resistance reduced by 40% for 3 seconds. Interesting. This could be a chance to use a Kinich Iansan team, actually, because the big thing is that it means I wouldn't have to worry about circle impact with Kinich, which could be nice. Let me see. Attack Vortex grouping is great, too. We use our own Varesa, and then Chevy, Iansan, Mavica, and that's the team. Injin, Mavica. Okay. Oh, they got Illutrals in here. Okay. Someone's gonna crash the darn party. The Darndy. Defensive battles, travelers need to prevent their own flag from being attacked by the attacking faction. Direction of enemy attacks will be detected in advance, and travelers can head towards that direction beforehand to intercept them. Defensive battles, there are special enemies that pose a greater threat to your flag, and defensive battles, there are buffs that travelers can attain by touching them. Okay, cool. There we are. After obtaining the buffs, when a character performs a plunging attack, it will create a vortex that continuously attracts nearby enemies. Okay, cool. How many do we have to repel? Got buffs. Oh, they look like the wind trace buffs. That's funny. Then against enemy attacks. Enemy inbound. Hi. Hello. Okay. I can't hit ya. Okay, there we go. Come on, and like that. Our base is in danger, if you say so. And we... Okay, come on. Come on. Flag of Teteokan. 1 and Flag of Teteokan. Okay, well... Maybe we don't need to do the entire rotation. Maybe. And... Big smack. There we are. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Okay, cool. And shoot. There, and the... That has done a fantastic job of taking somebody out of commission. And up. Come on. Hit and smack again. Waves defeated, so just defeat all the waves effectively. Don't really need to do the whole shebang, I suppose. Could honestly be running. Buff effects already obtained. Well, if you say so. To get past me first, and it's Hilitrals this time. Okay. If you say so. And slam again. We're strong enough that this is not really a problem. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Just like this. And come on, slam and reinforcements incoming again. Here we are. Slam. There we are. Again? What? Okay. Lots of incoming enemies will be stronger than before if you say so. Okay. Thank you. So let's just move around a bit. There are a few of you to... Okay. Come on. Come on. Here we are. More enemy reinforcements right here. Okay. Free country, I guess. Come on. And enemy will attack your flag in 10 seconds. Cannot use, and it's a bit more in this wave. Let's intercept, and the big thing is that the Chevy bullet stays for long enough that we don't really have to worry. Need to be careful here. Hi. Hello. And keep it out of the way, and slam, and get you. Come on. See you right there. Don't dare touch that. 1, 2, 3, and Totsugeki. Come on. Gone. Really, huh? Apex Drive and slam down. It's the final wave, I suppose. Come on. And prevent the flag from being destroyed. That is not something I'm worried about in the slightest. And here we are, enemy reinforcements incoming. And there are more of them. Oh, because it's a time thing. Just defeat a total number of waves within the time limit. Okay, I see. That's fine. And, well, if you say so. Should hurry back. Okay. We failed some of that. Oops. And they don't track waves, actually, at this point. 10 seconds, well, they won't be here. Beat them all. Beaten down, we need to be careful here. And oh, they showed up closer, you're kidding. Well, we won. With a gold. Nice. Defeated 11 waves. 3-star. The enemy head-on. Traverse, infiltrate, surprise. Participate in attack with Kinich. Steep cliffs, difficult to breach due to their rugged terrain, are often overlooked in the heat of battle. However, for the sides of the canopy, these natural barriers provide the perfect route for a surprise attack. Which means we should give Kinich back his set. So Varesa is borrowing some of his artifacts. Iansan is good, and Emily, what's she got? We got the death match. Oh, I got Diluc C2 earlier today, actually. Standard. Which is alright, I guess. Diluc isn't bad, but he doesn't really use any of his cons anymore. He just plunges. Yeah. It's Star Glitter. Not complaining. Okay. Kinich, and I think we'd go with Dia. Sounds good. Let's make this happen. Martial Trial. When a character triggers burning on an enemy, the Dendroraz and Pyroraz of that enemy are reduced by 40% for 5 seconds. The attacking side captures a stronghold following buffs will apply. Characters will get some consumption, increases by 70%. Elemental skill damage increases by 120%. And Kinich's elemental skill's cooldown is reduced by 2%. In addition, when Kinich uses Scale Spike or Cannon, CD of his elemental skills further reduced by 2 seconds. That's about his Night Soul points. That's the issue. Attack sub breaks all enemy barriers. Kinich delivers a shockwave in the enemy's position, dealing elemental skill damage, decreases dealing true damage. Shockwave can be released in this way once every 3 seconds. And move that around. And Emily is... It's Emily first. Then... Let me see. Iansan and then Dia. I believe this is actually the best team for him now, arguably. Bennett's probably a little better if we can run him, but his movement, don't want to be running Circle Impact if I don't have to. Okay. By the temple, too. Fun. Oh, by the Fatui Lab, actually. Interesting. Between Children Echoes and all that. Challenge at your flag. Okay. She'll trial, and that's over there. Kinich. Yeah, we'll just swing around. Fun. Cool. Charge that up, and the next challenge is... When henceforth be diminished the only Dragon Kubo Aha. Okay, cool. Well, enemies inside the target area. We'll put you down. And... Thanks, and slam. Yeah, get that in, and... Come on. 1, 2, and go. Shoot that there, and go. Then we can... Oh, alright. Interesting. Electro Abyss match. Okay. This one's over there. Let's grapple up to that, and they want us to glide, kinda. Okay. Gust was a somewhat inconvenient position for me. Long time since we got to use him. I like it. Land heads were diminished on the Dragon Claw. The challenges are over there. This teleport would be here. Rather inconvenient position, to be honest. Craven Inferiors assault my demon, crush them, and it took it back? What? I did not know that was possible. Okay. Well, that's fun and funny. Thanks, slam, and... Yeah. Interesting, that's different. Okay, come on. Come on, and slam. Slam, and go. Slam, and we got that back. Charging rate increases. That is new and frightening and interesting in a scary way. Okay, let's keep grappling. Don't have any transmission to use here, which is kind of suck. Okay, ritual items ready. What kind of challenge is this going to be? Harness the abilities of companions from the signs of the Canopy to score as many points as possible within the time limit. Dirty fruits will appear during the challenges. Touching them causes remaining challenge time to decrease. Okay. Just grappling. Okay, simple. Grapple and don't touch the dirty fruits. Yeah, that makes sense. It said jumping here is actually better than... Okay, well... Alright. Silly. It's just platforming that doesn't really require using the abilities. Okay, well... Alright. What? Okay. This is silly. Well... Their end. It's run by Safa. Well, we beat that rule. Let's capture that stronghold to the last challenge, and this one is in a small enough space. Imagine partially compensate that Kinich's movement abilities aren't honestly the best of it. This can break the barrier now, actually, but let's go and do the final challenge before actually assaulting. There we are, cool. Minion, the Almighty Dragon Lord, cool, yeah, whatever. So this challenge over here, I imagine this is Flame Granites. Oh, there's a ritual item here. That's convenient, so once we beat this, yep, I see Flame Granites. Harness the abilities of Sons of Canopy, commands Sons of Canopy, hit target to score as many points as possible, yeah, okay. And the time went 30, that's nothing, okay. Let's aim, and if you hit the side, you're golden, actually. And kind of in the middle, and you're good to go. Cool. Next is where it's over that way. You're moving. Oh, wow. One in there. And right over there. Let's lead our shots a little, because they move. Okay. All coming from behind there. Oh, well, it's over that way. Come on up. Okay, cool. Big, big, big. There we are. So let's use the ritual object a couple of times. Original supply box. I don't care about that. It's one break. One step closer to victory. Welcome. One step closer to victory. Cannot use when energy is low. Okay. Well. So we did this so fast. We actually had not enough. Well, part of it, I imagine, is the fact that one of the strongholds got stolen outright. Let's see. Break and... okay. In the meantime, what can I do to charge it? I suppose the one thing to do would be to go over to the final ritual item, because we've completed everything. So wait, and then do the final assault. Wow. And is this some kind of secret, or interesting? Visual supply boxes appeared, yeah, whatever. Okay. Come on, come on. Shoot, and... see. What's this gonna do for me? Come on. And our wink is failed. Weird. It's just purely the supply blocks. Okay. Regardless, I think. We need to get close to the ritual item. It is right over there, but that does mean we'll have a minute. Single minute. Is it ready? Is it ready? Yep, it's ready. So there weren't a lot of rewards from the events, and I think it's probably a stronghold problem, too. Okay, cool. Take you down. Okay, please, please. Never mind, you're kidding. Come on. And let's see, and we don't need to worry about this, really. And, okay. Come on, what? You eroded avatar a while, but really, and, what? Never mind, you're kidding. Thank you. Please, please, please. Alright. 1, 2, and... what? Oh, you've lost your skill usage. I hate. This means I need to try this again. Kidding. What? No. Die. And it died so quick, too. We were 1 second off. Traverse, infiltrate, surprise. So really, it's what could I have done differently in a meaningful sense? We capture the strongholds as early as possible. There's one that gets taken back. I imagine there's probably some randomness in that event. Still, pain and suffering. Okay. Challenges going immediately. Cool. Combat supply, and there's one right over there. Thanks. Cool. Use that, and 1, 2, 3. The order wrong one those times, and cool, and shoot. Thank you, and shoot. Did we miss? I imagine we actually were dumb. There we are. So let's get over there and fine up. Spect is annoying with this. Okay. To capture this, it should make the other one get taken back, I believe. Victory is expected, or not yet. Stronghold captured, and yep, right down there. Move to recapture your stronghold. Thanks, dynamic entry. Here we are. And hit. Slam. And get burning all up. Thank you. Hit, and okay. I can hardly see a single one of you. That's okay. Thanks, and we got that back. Good stuff. Closest one is now over there. Let's do that then. Come on. Grapple. And get over that way. Gonna need a grapple challenge, and that's fine. That said, they do cap, so actually, using them when we have a chance is a better idea. They can overcap by 1. So throughout the strongholds, we should use them opportunistically. That's what happened. This time as compared to last and caused my issue. Right, that's why we had to wait. Run down. Thank you. Jump. Cool. Down. And okay. Thanks. Almost in, and that takes us right to the next challenge, too. Fun. Let's do that then. Use it. That said, it's not in the order that matters. Main thing is, right, costs 100, constructed 200, so you gotta use it once. At least. Closer to victory. Cool. We'll be okay. Spam this more or less, and well, that was the problem. That other flame grenade didn't come back. Dumb. What were you kidding? Thank you. And hit you. And hit. See where the others are coming from, in the middle over there. Thanks. Ritual items are ready, use them quickly if you say so. You do. There we are. Final ritual item, let's claim the final stronghold, and then we just go in and kill him. Nice. One step closer to victory. Not mess it up this time. Exactly. Energy doesn't matter anymore. Let's use it once when he got the chance, you don't really have to worry. Just use it opportunistically. That's right, and I did give him the Xbox Gamer Glider. I actually kind of forgot about that. Okay. Cool. Keep on. Capture it, and here we are. Capture rate, and victory is expected. Come on down. Cool. And got that time. Keeps his element of skill, deal damage into the box. There we go, we got it all perfected. Nice, and cool. Shoot. Nice and fast. Cool, and where are you? Dumb. No burning, because you're not in radius. Annoying. Come on. Let's use your burst, actually. This one is not bad at all. Yep. 1, 2, and... What is with your... Okay, we got the burning shockwave. What was with your skill cooldown? Traverse, infiltrate, surprise. Select the stage. Participate in the defense with Kachina. Rock-solid mountains, resilience lies not only in a warrior's armor, but also their resolve. Attacks are doomed to shatter against the Children of Echo's enduring spirit. Hit enemies while Turbo Twirly is on field with at least 10 waves of enemies. Not Shilinen, but Kachina. Let me figure out who I could put in. Defense, this is simpler, but... Kachina team. What kind of con level do I have on her anyway? Got a crappy Cinder City set, that means nothing. Defense increase. Could use it on a Navia team, actually. Would be a little silly, though. You know what? That's okay. Maybe. Shons are... Nav, it's defense. Something with Chiori. Mono-Geo with... That's the thing. We could use her as an on-fielder. That's the crazy thing. That's what I'm thinking. Give you Favalance then. And Cinder City, but nothing to crystallize. That's the issue. I don't know. Beto. This means nothing. She's gonna be doing nothing. She's there for a participation prize, but that's okay. Got Wolfing, good on you, and Goro, got Fav, Warbo. Let's be silly and go for a mono-Geo team. With Kachina on it, because she has to be here. When a character triggers crystallize on an enemy, the elemental resistance related to the triggered elemental type. Used by 40% for 8 seconds. Within 50 seconds receiving the both characters' Nightsoul's Blessing state, where is a shockwave the enemy's position after dealing elemental skill damage to them, doing true damage and trapping enemies in the area for 3 seconds. A shockwave can be released in this way once every 4 seconds. Interesting. Okay. Buff. Skill damage. Shockwave released. My Kachina, even though she sucks and is lower level, which is why they defaulted to the trial character. And then Goro does Turbo Twirly is considered a Geo contract. Okay, I just had to check. Because you never know. You really never know. Okay, cool. Let's do this. It's gonna be stupid. This is gonna be stupid. Good. Okay. Let's make this happen. Charge at your flag if you say so. Similar to the area we were in before. After obtaining the buffs when a character deals damage to an enemy using a Night Soul on elemental skill, Shockwave will be unleashed that deals true damage and traps enemies. Okay, cool. Okay. Drill Field. Drill Field boosts defense. Probably not on Scott, and there's only one this time. Opponents within active character. Okay. Let's use this then. Turbo Twirly's on field, and... Thoughts? Oh, goodness, you're in an unpleasant position. Let's take you down, I suppose, and we have to regroup. Okay, cool. Come on. Oh, okay, well then. No, we can deal the base damage. That's silly. Okay. And let me try that. Drill field down, and that keeps you off a little bit, but we gotta be smart about it, and... Chiori down, thank you. Get in here. Absolute reprobate. And, cool. Come on. Nice. Okay, cool. Really. Luckily we got you here. Next time, you're going this way. Let's get that buff again. I got that Sky on. Okay. Count down next enemy wave if you say so. And you're seriously strong opponent. Okay, alright. We should try defending in the close position, I suppose. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, exactly. We can wait for them to come to us, and that's okay. Cool. Thank you. Just make sure you're in the right spot. We got lots of you doing stuff. The base is under attack. You know, I really don't care that much. Okay. Come on, and what's the fuck? Break that, I guess, and... Well, the enemy reinforcements are coming. Okay. That's fine. Again, that means very little to us. And... Okay, cool. Thanks. Just gonna wait for this to take some stuff down. We might not have, like this, really what we need to beat the waves. Beat 5 waves. Oops! Oops. Okay. And let me just see. Yeah. It ain't cutting it. We need to use the trial Kachina, I think. Yeah, and just... We're supposed to use this as a user as a buffer here. Like, Towing Mountains and Sturdy is doing very hard. Okay. I guess what I could do... Kachina would interfere with a lot of element. Use a Mualani team and sub her in for Shilinin. Maybe. Maybe. Kachina is here to provide moral support while Shilinin does the actual legwork. We're just going to use the Mualani team again. Should actually work pretty darn well, I think. Maybe. Okay. Fingers crossed. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Let's make this happen. Gotta feel sorry for her. Maybe. A little bit. The big thing is that she's supposed to be used as a buffer in this, and, well, oops. And I... Thanks. And 1, 2, 3. Hit and 1, 2. Right. Here we are. Take you down. A number of them just stopped. Okay. And here we go. Oh, that's part of the problem. We have basically 0 phlogiston. Okay. Cool. Cool. Take you down, and that already did some of it. Okay, cool. And that was already good and fast. Faster than before. Let's get a bit more phlogiston from that. And we'll phlogiston bucket. Cool. I'm waiting for you. And wait, oh, I went the wrong way. Oops. Not the first time this has happened, and it won't be the last. Oh, you self-applied Dendro. Interesting. Okay, cool. Thanks. Means nothing then. Hate my stupid Chungus line. And here we are. Right, and... Didn't quite do it. Okay. Yep. Alright. 15 seconds. And Mavic is gone, which means we'll be able to absorb element a lot more easily now. Okay. One, and you start a bit forward, which is what's really annoying. And 1, 2, and... You have run off. Okay. Fine. Thanks. And should be one more. We are freaking under attack. Come on. Well, if you use your shield, that kind of causes a problem, I suppose. Okay. 1, 2, and the runners are just absolute nightmares to put up with. 2, 3, and come on. There we go. And stand over there, you go. Close to losing the move buff, which I don't like. It's working a decent amount better. I've also, and this may have been a little unwise, actually decided to stream at a higher resolution, which is doing something. This, with Kachina, is tough. Got 4 more waves to beat in the time we have. That's kind of crazy. Thank you. Come on. To root you in place. And thank you. And okay, you. Thanks. What is up with Mualani's damage this time around? I imagine they're supposed to make us want to use Kachina as an actual DPS, which is very stupid. But it... I guess what we should be doing for maximum efficiency is actually reading it here instead of trying to head them off. It's really, really weird. Try that one more time. See, I think we should wait by the flag. Kachina's whole deal is rooting enemies in place. That's her special buff for this, but... Well, also, again, it's just messed up by Nuven. I mean, taking Sacrificial Jade's buff off. Okay, cool. I think you should show up and attack me. Come on. Get over here, and we'll put you down, and 1, 2, 3. Malvika right here, and we have to regroup if you say so. Come on, and... Nice. Okay, cool. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Okay. Purpose of... What? You're kidding. I actually didn't want that. Takedown is done. Come on. Come on. Okay. It's not what I wanted. Any and all Night Soul damage is going to do that. Not... What? You're kidding. Whatever. Come on, come on. And... Should still work a bit better, but even still... Okay. Next wave is over that way, so I guess there's a bit of variance in regards to where they show up from. Either way, yeah, for this, we need to wait by base. Otherwise, we're going to be in a pretty bad spot. Looks like we're about to face a seriously strong opponent, so not you. I hate you. Okay, thanks. And 1, 2. Thank you, and we got a lot more of you guys. Rather bothersome. And, okay. Come on. And, interesting. Base is under attack. Okay. But to get hard mode with Kachina, a mandatory addition to the team, that is much easier said than done, because all these enemies move at such variable speeds, and all of them are ridiculous in their own way. Tiger flag in 10 seconds. Okay. Could be Night Soul alive damage. Gambare Tabibito. Let's put this down, and 1, 2. Down, and hit you, and let's just make sure that's all working. Come on, come on. Alright. Ain't bad. May be able to do it. May be able to. Really, this just... Such an unpleasant location. Thank you, and we got some level of heading them off, some level of approaching immediately has to be what we do, but it's so obnoxious. Legitimately. Okay, cool. Come on. Extend it. You weren't... Kill yourself. Okay. There's simply not the time for this. Wow. Night Soul aligned damage. The only thing I can even remotely think of is... just a Malvika team. Honestly. Yeah. Either way, I will figure this out tomorrow. We have spent enough time struggling here, and it's just... Yeah, having to fit Kachina into a team is legitimately quite tough. She is dead weight. God bless her, but she is dead weight. Okay, so... that's okay. So I guess there's more of that tomorrow, and then the conclusion of the world quest tomorrow. So thank you very, very much, and let's switch the team to the commissions team. And no, not that one. Yep, there we go. And I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, Samurai.